Welcome back everybody, I am Sankaku. This is my back garden still. However, good news is, if you remember, last time the bike was on 3 miles. You can see it's now on 34 miles. And the clock is right. And my average fuel consumption per gallon is 120. Compared to the 30 of the car, so that's good. So basically that means my helmet has arrived and I'm able to take the bike out. Hooray! So basically yesterday after work I took her out for just a ride, get used to it and all that kind of stuff, and then today I rode her to work. I'm back again. Obviously after work I took her out for another ride again, and yep, everything has been absolutely amazing. Getting used to the throttle control and whatnot, and the clutch, etc. I mean, I would say with the clutch and everything, gear changing is all absolutely fine. I have no issues with it whatsoever. And obviously that's the gears down there. Yeah, no problems with it. I had obviously the Noob experience where I had it in first gear when stopping. I put down the kickstand, which while in first gear I had it obviously the clutch in. And because it was in first gear and I put the stand down, it cut out the engine. I didn't think much of it at the time. I thought, oh, that's weird, never mind. Because I was just about to start talking to someone, at which point I then finished talking to them and then tried to start the bike. Obviously at that time I hadn't realised I was in first gear and I hadn't put it into neutral yet, so when I tried to start the bike, it basically, it's like as if the kill switch wasn't even on and I was pressing it and it was just doing this. So it sounded like there was no power going to the bike or whatever, and obviously there wasn't, because it was in first gear and the bike's like, no, don't be stupid, take me out of first gear, you don't need to be in first gear. So I actually called a friend that's had a bike before to come see me, because I had no idea what was going on. When I did my CBT lessons and whatnot, I had the issue of, well, I was coming up to a roundabout and the bike stalled on me, so I quickly pressed the ignition button again. The kill switch was already on. And it started up instantly, even while I was in first gear. So I wasn't in neutral or anything, and I managed to kick-start it basically. But obviously thinking that and having that experience, I thought nothing of it. The fact that being in first gear would stop you from starting the engine, which obviously this bike did, thus resulted in going nowhere. Friend came out, he checked the gears. As soon as he started checking it, I was like, bollocks. I sat there for a little while just thinking, what the hell could it be? Oh no. But it was fine. Bike was absolutely fine. It's got free insurance on it for a year, for its first year anyway. And then after that my insurance will be cheaper anyway, so I'll be able to get my own breakdown cover. Some insurance companies do breakdown cover with it, so obviously when I start building up no claims discount, it's going to be easy for me to get cheap. Birds in the bloody trees, it's annoying me. It'll be easy for me to get cheap insurance and then follow up with some breakdown cover, because I mean, I'm not expecting this bike to break down, but when I'm not mechanically minded for a bike, it's easier just to get breakdown. Something happens, call the dude, he comes out, does what he needs to do, and then the bike's covered by warranty anyway, so happy days. The Yamaha YZF R125. absolutely loving it. I did stick fuel in it yesterday. Stuck about, I think it was around about half tank at the time before I stuck fuel in, and I'd say that hasn't changed at all since I got it. So I like it. It's good. It's a bit tricky fueling up yet. I've still got to get used to it. I read online that if you basically take the bike off the kickstand, sit on it while you're fueling it, you'll get more fuel into it, because obviously with the bike not being tilted, you won't be getting that after the effect of the fuel at an angle kind of thing. So you'll be able to get more fuel in, so I'll try that next time. But yeah, I mean, half tank, I filled it up and it was about £6. I think in total it will take about £13 worth of fuel, which is very nice. I'm not sure if these do these bikes in America, because I know things are a bit different in America with bikes and licenses and all that kind of stuff. I don't even think they do like the whole L plate thing. It's either you have a bike license or you don't. Where in the UK you can set a compulsory basic training CBT, and then that'll allow you to ride up to a 125cc bike. But yeah, so far 2 days been out on the bike, absolutely loving it. 3 days a week I should be able to use the bike to go to work and then come home. So, and then depending on the day, the weather and what's going on later on in the day, I'll be able to take a little ride and all that kind of stuff. I've kind of only really been travelling around locally, so I'm looking to hopefully go to, by the way, here I am, thanks, because you've been staring at the bike the whole time, and there I am as well. Hello. Got a matching cap to go with the bike, you know. It's a bit, obviously my cap's a bit brighter, and it is, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know what you could see, but it's Alpine Stars, which is a bike brand, so they do a tyre for bikes, so there you go. So get that, kind of fitting to the environment, and my black and white hats that I normally wear are getting a bit worn out and not really black anymore, so I kind of need caps. So I'll start off with this one for the time being. We'll sort something out else another time. But yeah, like I say, I've only really been around Reading, Basingstoke at the moment in the UK, so I'll probably try and expand that at some point. I did go on a dual carriageway, which is the maximum dual carriageway in the UK, is just 2 lanes on a, it's kind of like a motorway or a highway or whatever you want to call it in America. I keep referencing America because my SankakuGames channel also has mostly, I think it's 80% Americans that follow me, so that's why I'm referencing America a lot of time, and I'll watch a lot of American motovloggers, so I will reference it from time to time, so it makes sense. But yeah, 2 lanes is kind of like a highway or whatever in America, but if it has more than 2 lanes, then it's classed as a motorway, and I'm not allowed to ride on it while I've got L plates. I mean, getting this bike and paying very little for a CBT was the quickest way I could get on the road, and I would start saving money with fuel, because like I say, fuel consumption for this 120 miles per gallon, and for the car that I've got outside it's 30 miles per gallon, so very, very different, and this is definitely more enjoyable. It's very good. So hopefully I'll go to Reading sometime, take a ride there. I don't have a mount to put a camera on my helmet yet, so eventually that will come and you'll get to see proper motor vlogs, and because I'll be out on the road, I'll be able to be my mental self screaming and crap like that, but obviously I'm at home, so neighbours and all that kind of stuff, so I'm kind of being a bit quiet at the moment, I guess. But all is good. I love this bike. Is absolutely awesome. I'd recommend it to anybody that wants to get into bikes and start learning to ride. If you like the super sports, this is a super sport despite it only being a 125. Its bike category is a super sport, so if you just want to get into bikes and get something sporty, this is highly recommended. Obviously you got the Honda CBR 125 as well, so those two bikes I would recommend to anybody looking for super sports and want to get on two wheels. Obviously they call them chicken strips, but basically the more strip here you have means like how far you're leaning, etc. Obviously with this bike, tire ain't that massive, so I'm not going to be leaning everywhere, not that stupid, and I need to wear in the tires a bit because they'll be slippy for maybe the first 60 to 100 miles. Once they start to wear in a bit, they'll have a lot more grip and whatnot. But all is good, guys. Right, anyway, I'm gonna stop this for now. We are gonna say ciao and all that, and I'll see you in another vlog. Maybe I'll go out somewhere, take the camera with me, and I can just have the bike running in the background, because I don't want to do it here with the neighbours again. But then you can get to hear the bike, see where I go, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, from me, Sankaku, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like I always say, from me, Sankaku, ciao for now.